Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. We are continuing on with our Shabby Shades of Pink Manila envelope journal. And yesterday we did some gesso on this envelope to kind of tone it down and some of that orange, and then I inked it. But in going back and looking, and I don't know if you can tell the difference, I used the gathered twigs and I wanted to use the vintage photo, so I went back and re-inked it. I did add a piece of Tyvek down the middle because this is going to be a sewn in one signature journal. And all I've done is fold it, re-inked it, and cut some papers. We also did some ribbon, and I'll show you how that came out. This is the brown. It's very modelly. The oxides have a tendency to move when you add water. That's how they were designed. And so it's kind of cool because I left them all crumpled up to dry, so then the ink kind of pools in places, and I really like that. So you can see you've got all different shades here, and I really like that. So this is the one that had more of the vintage photo oxide spray in it, and then I pretty sure this is the one that had more raspberry, and you can see it's very pretty. Look at that color. But there again, you can see the darker, lighter areas, and I really like that. So that's going to be really pretty with these papers. So I've that, and then I did 2 yards of this one, which is a little bit lighter, more of a dusty rose in most places to a mauve. And this one is the one we did with the, I think I used the vintage photo oxide, the ink, instead of the spray on this one. And I used the raspberry from Close to My Heart. So, and the Close to My Heart inks are dye-based, excuse me. But the Tim Holtz one I used was Distress. Now I'm thinking I might have gotten even a different color there again if I'd have used the gathered twigs. It might have been more on the corally side, because the gathered twigs has a little bit more yellow. The vintage photo has more red, so you never know what you're going to get actually, and that's why you pretty much need to do it all at one time. I think I've got 4 yards here. I think that should do me. I've gone through and chosen my cover. This is the one I want for the cover, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to adhere the front and back covers, the inside cover, and we'll just see how far we get in the amount of time allotted. I have pulled out some ephemera to go ahead and work on the front and back cover of the journal as well. And I've got my 7 pages that I want to use for the journal portion. Usually when I do a full-size journal like this, the 9x6, I like to have 7 designer pages, and then 6 coffee dyed, or pink, maybe avocado dyed would have been good for this. I've got an avocado in there, but I have never avocado dyed paper, so I'm not going to learn today. But yeah, one thing I will tell you, once you have gesso on your envelope, it's designed to give it tooth, and it does. So when you glue this down, you're not going to slide it around much. It's pretty much there. In this beautiful image, I chose this one because it didn't have a lot going on at the top, and I do want to put some kind of a label up there. I have printed out a couple of G's freebies from her Facebook group. G. Kerr is Happiness and Crafting. This is my design team project for her, and she has a Facebook group, and her website is happinessandcrafting.com, and I will leave all the links below to everything. and where to get this beautiful kit as well. Love this page. I know I keep saying that. I love it all, or I wouldn't have it. That's kind of the thing. I don't buy things I don't love, so everything I have, I love, and that's a problem. My daughter has started an eBay business, and she's been doing pretty well. She's picking up things here and there and reselling them on Etsy, making a little bit of money, so that's fun for her. So I've been going around the house, well, in my mind, I woke up at 3:30 this morning and couldn't go back to sleep, and my Kindle battery was dead, so I just laid there thinking, and what could I give her, you know, that I have to sell? And I found a little Incolay jewelry box, or trinket. It's a trinket box. It's only about this big, with legs, and I found that at Goodwill maybe a year or so ago, and it's in perfect condition. And I only paid probably $3-4 for it, so I was looking it up today. I found that thing's going for like $30 on eBay, so I'm going to give her that. Just maybe some of my blue willow that I'm not using anymore, and you know, help her get a head start till she can start buying more things. A lot of what she's doing is new in-box items that she's, you know, finding on clearance or whatever, and then relisting, so they're, you know, not necessarily available. And then my son is also selling Legos, which are hot right now, and I hope he doesn't regret it. I mean, Legos have been popular since I was a kid. I remember being jealous of my brother. Actually, I think this is the left side, because he got Legos and I never did. And you know, I still love to build with Legos. I remember my nephew got some kits, and I helped him put those together, and I just had a blast. Anyway, I'm gonna gab. I'm just gonna fast forward through this, and then we'll go on to the pockets. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because I do want to sew this journal, now that I've got these papers on here, and they should be lined up pretty well, I think I'm going to go ahead and sew around here, and while I'm at it, I will go ahead and sew around these pockets. Now these are journal cards that were in the collection, and I'm going to use these for pockets here in the front, like so, but I also want to sew around these, and then I've got a couple of tags that we'll work on. So I'm going to sew around the journal, sew around the pocket pieces, and then I'll be back. Okay, I forgot to change my stitch size. I knew there was something. I was like, it doesn't feel right. It's been so long since I've sewed anything that I got some knots, which is fine. Left a little bit hanging. I am going to trim it off the pockets here though, because I don't think it's necessary to have it everywhere. And there's going to be glue on the back of that, so it won't unravel. Same thing here. Yeah, I usually try to, you know, use basting stitch when I'm sewing, and I completely forgot, and I'm like, why is it not pulling through like it usually does? It's okay. It looks fine. Alright, so I think I'm going to put this one on the front, and I think I do want to do a little ribbon or something across the top here. Probably should have thought of that before I went and sewed on there, but Not fond of that. I do have all this beautiful lace. And I have some of this that would be really pretty across the top of there. Let's see if I got another piece of that. I've got this. This is starting to turn into kind of a snippet. Okay, here's a longer piece. Yeah. Alright, because that one's not quite going to make it. I also found some feathers, guys. Okay, I remember buying those not too long ago. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to glue that down and then trim around it. So let's cut across here because, yeah, and then let's same thing over here. I want to kind of center that. Yeah. Let's go down here. These Tim Holtz scissors cut through pretty much anything. I did notice though, I dropped these the other day and they bounced off the carpet, hit the cart, metal cart, and ended up in one of the shelves. I had to go down there and dig around looking for them because these are bouncy. But I noticed, and I don't know if they were like this to begin with, because my other pair, the tiny pair, has two very sharp points on these snips, and these are, the one blade is flat on the top. I wondered if I broke it when I dropped it, but they seem to be cutting okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm like, man, I just got them and I already broke them. It's just like me. Okay, so let's do just this little bit of shabby lace on the top. And I want about, what is that? About an inch. Yeah. And we'll just do, it's see-through, so it's not really going to cover the design. We're going to do just kind of a little bit of swirls here when the glue comes out. Oh my gosh, you guys, I should do bloopers. I was trying to fill this glue bottle so I wouldn't have to wait so long for the glue to get to the tip. And I had the 3-in-1 bottle upside down and a big old glob of glue came out all at one time. Huge mess. Okay. All over the bottle, not where it was supposed to go inside. So, okay, I think that's about right. Okay, so let's do the next one and then we'll trim them. I guess I should make sure I'm doing the top, since that's what I wanted. Oh goodness. Anyway, I don't like to waste this glue. It's too expensive to waste. And I've noticed, well, I haven't bought any since before Christmas because I was pretty stocked up. Christmas time, the price goes way up. Probably because it's not good to ship it in the winter. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But I'm going to need to buy some here pretty quick. I'm not sure if there is a right or wrong side to this. So I'm going to do this way. So it's kind of the opposite of the other page. And there we go. I think I didn't go down as far as I did on the other one. Let's do that again. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's trim this off. so let's bring that back in here. I do have one thing I'll sneak peek you that I want to put on the cover. These are some, this is that lace, that stretchy lace that I showed you guys not too long ago, and I think this is going to be real pretty in the corner here. And I'm going to show you how to make these. This is so fun. This is made with no sewing, and the only thing I glued was this button. This goes together with a button and one of these little tiny, well, she used loom bands, but I used these little hair rubber bands that I found. I couldn't find the loom bands, but yeah, it turned out so cute, and it took two minutes. Alright, so let's glue these pockets on. I think I want to put this one here and this one here. So we're going to glue on 3 sides. That's almost the same size as the page because I did print on my ephemera out on borderless. So I'm just going to line it up with the edge of the paper here. And then it kind of looks like I sewed it all the way around. So that's fun. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, and I am lining it up with the outside edge and the bottom edge, mainly because there's going to be a journal in here, and this part is not going to be as noticeable. So, you'll notice they're not exactly aligned, and that's okay. It's not going to be noticeable. Like I said, the pages will be, whoops, the pages will be in between there. So. Okay, so I've got these large tags I cut out. These are 4 by 8, and I took these 2 pieces, these pockets, from the ephemera pages, and all I did was score 1/4 of an inch on each side. You know, whatever it takes for the size of your pocket. That happened to be, make them, I guess because I printed them out on borderless. 4 inches worked perfectly. So I am going to put these on the front of the pockets. I was going to do it on the back, but it doesn't have as much wow on the back as it does on the front. And I just think that's so pretty. So I am just going to, actually, you know, I'm going to snip these out just barely. Probably could skip that part, but I don't want that to get in the way. So I'm just going to glue these flaps down. And I did ink everything. And then I'm just going to put a little bead of glue across here. Because I did want the whole height of the pocket. And I'm going to put that down here. There again, it's almost the size of the pocket, not exactly, but it's close enough. Slide that around till I get it where I want. A little bit of seepage over here. Probably want to add some lace to this pocket. And then we need to add some ribbon to the top. So let's repeat over here. Oh, I forgot to cut off that little piece. Oh well. Sometimes angling in those corners, just if you didn't score straight or whatever, you don't want that little extra piece of cardstock. I think we're okay. I just don't want that extra piece of cardstock sticking out at the bottom. But there we go. Okay, so now I need a tag for inside the pocket as well. So this is going to be a pocket tag in a pocket with a tag. Let's see. Let's use this on this pocket. And I think I'm going to go this way. Trim this one off, and I think I'm probably going to come back with some flat back pearls on these later. I mean, you have to have bling, right? So let me look in my little goodie bag here and see about finding some more tags. Need to ink these a little bit. I'm going to use this as a topper on these medium tags. And I'll probably staple these on as well. I like to staple them when you're going to be pulling on them. So let's make sure this is even. This one as well. Oh. Okay. All right. So there we've got those. That can go in this pocket. That can go in this pocket. And then let's punch a hole. I'll be right back. I need my stapler and I need my hole punch. Okay. Here's my staple. And my hole punch. On the 3/8 inch side. Okay. So let's use some of our ribbon that we dyed. This is going to go here. I think I'm going to use, I'll go ahead and use this. Now I cut this usually about 6 inches, maybe 7. It doesn't look like that much, but all right. And I am just going to poke one side through the hole and just tie a little half knot. Like so. There we go. A tag in a pocket and another tag in a pocket and a tag in a pocket. Okay. There we go. You could double knot that if you want. Okay, so we've got our front and back pocket, and we've got our papers on our covers and inside. Next time I want to make a little pinwheel journal spot, and I'll go ahead and get our pages together, and we'll get the signature sewn in and start working on our ephemera. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.